I have a 10-year-old daughter now, so she was 7 or 8 at the time, and we were talking about she wanted to do jujitsu. She had been doing it, but kind of not fully immersing herself. So she was asking me about school, and she wants to be a boss princess doctor, right? I gotta get that right. And, I always say, I don't know that those curriculums are there. And she was like, well, I'm gonna create it. She was like, well, Dad, if I do this jujitsu thing and get my black belt, will you go back to school? I always hear you talking to your mentees about further education. Of course, I said yes, right? So I made a promise, and she went through with her promise. I always talk to my kids when they leave about learning, right? Like if I am in town and I can drop them off, I'll say, learn something you can teach Dad, right? Like unless we're learning, like we're not moving in life, right? We're not progressing. And I say that, but it's funny, when I enrolled in my first class, it was a struggle, right? Because learning, everyone wants to learn something. I want to learn, but I want it to be easy, right, to learn. Like those classes were hard, right? There's nothing easy about going to school and opening textbooks and doing quizzes and assignments and all. But once you get into the groove, like it almost like the world opened up, right? There was something that was out there that I knew was out there, but I didn't have access to. And I just punched a ticket to get access to a world of information. Looking at you guys out there is just confirmation that dreams do come true. We don't want to be the 14th or 15th person off the bench. We want to be the person with the ball in our hand when it's go time. We want to be the person that our family members lean on when they need something, when they want someone to help them execute. That's who we want to be. We've been trained and taught and educated to be that. I don't necessarily know what's next, but I know the direction that I'm going to go in, and I know I want to help people, impact people. So I think everyone who enrolls, right, and let's say for a higher level degree that's gone on to work and been out of school for years, that is the definition of comeback, right? We went to go do something else, and whatever the reason we didn't go directly to school, there's a barrier there, right? There's something blocking us. But we came back to school, and it is a comeback because now we're qualified to do things that we weren't prior because we have the education and the degree to prove it.